Welcome back, America. I'm Hugh Hewitt. Vic Matus is the arts and culture editor of the Washington Free Beacon, and he's in a brooding mood. Look at how dark that shot is. That's because, let's go to the D.C. camera and show what's going on in D.C. It's in the grip of one of those terrible thunderstorms that can capture our region, Vic. Makes you look like you're in the bat cave, my friend.
That's right, Hugh. As you know, it is still technically summer, so you get some of these summer storms. We've gone several weeks, actually, without any rain, so it's much welcome, but I do apologize. I wasn't expecting it to be this dark. Normally, I got a lot of natural sunlight in my office for your show, but not today. I look like one of these, whistleblowers on a Dateline NBC special.
Yeah, it's fine. We're going to go and put up the cover of this book anyway. 13 novels conservatives will love, but probably haven't read. It's a book by Christopher Scalia. I interviewed Christopher about this week. Have you reviewed this in the Washington Free Beacon yet, Vic?
Oh, yes. I made sure that we reviewed it, I believe, the weekend before it came out. And it was reviewed by another wonderful writer, Matus. I highly recommend his Substack, which is Proofrock. And it's just great recommendations of things to read, both fiction and non-books that come out, on a weekly basis. And he does a wonderful review of Chris Scalia's book. And as you know, Chris is also a reviewer for the Weekend Beacon. And this weekend, in fact, Hugh, Chris reviews a book on the works of Elmore Leonard. You're going to love it. It's great.
Oh, I interviewed Elmore Leonard long ago, probably 1995. I didn't realize he wrote Westerns as well as noir and everything else. And did his music. Vic, I want to find out if I'm better, worse, or tied with you in terms of the 13 novels. So here we go. Novel one, Samuel Johnson's Rasselas. I have not read that. Have you read that?
I have not read it.
All right, Frances Burney's Evelina. I have not read it. Has Vic read it?
No, I'm familiar with Dr. Fanny Burney, but I have not read Evelina.
All right, Walter Scott's Waverly. I'm 0 for 3. What do you say?
I've read of it in the Weekly Standard.
Doesn't
but
count.
I have not read in it. Okay.
Doesn't count. The Blithedale Romance by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I'm 0 for 4. What are you, Vic?
Yeah, no, I haven't read any of Hawthorne's work.
George Eliot. Oh, God save us. Daniel Deronda. No, never, no. What about you?
Same. So far, we're tied. It's very close.
All right. I'm going to move ahead or tied right now. Willa Cather's My Antonia. I have read this. I loved it. How about you?
My wife read it. She loved it. Does that work by osmosis?
Count. That does not count. So you're 0 for 7. Okay.
Yeah,
Zora Neale Hurston. Their Eyes Were Watching God. It's a no for me.
No, haven't read it.
Evelyn Waugh, Scoop.
Yes.
Yes. Of course we have. We're both journalists. Yes.
Yeah.
So
it's wonderful,
I'm 2,
cynical take. Yeah.
Muriel Spark, The Girls of Slender Means.
No. You?
Nope, not for either of us. Number 10, A Bend in the River by V.S. Naipaul.
I read his other work in school, but not that one.
I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I am so unfamiliar with his work. P.D. James. I've read a lot of her work. This one is The Children of Men. If I read it, I don't remember it. Do you?
Does the movie count?
No.
Ah, you're so tough.
Then I'm going to move ahead of you right here. Leif Engler's Peace Like a River. A fabulous novel. Have you read it, Vic?
No, and that's a new one, and people are really talking about it because it's somewhat, I think it's sort of autobiographical, but also magical, if I'm not mistaken.
Magical realism, but very deeply religious. Yes. And so I recommend it to you.
Okay.
Finally, Christopher Beha, The Index of Self-Destructive Acts. I'm a no.
No, thank God I read Scoop. I think you have beaten me 3-1 or 2-1.
3-1. So here's the bigger question. Christopher is very much a pessimist about Americans and reading. Are you?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you talk to, I don't know, kids these days, I mean, you see these studies that a lot of kids going into college have not been tasked with reading a book from beginning to end, just excerpts, and they go through college just reading parts of books, And a lot of these professors are saying that, they have students complain that they can't handle the workload because they've been never challenged like this before. And I think this probably dates back to even before COVID times, but we need to go back to reading books. And as Chris points out, especially conservatives, I love histories. I love nonfiction. I review James Holland's book, Casino 44, about the Italian campaign, also in the Sunday upcoming Weekend Beacon. I don't read enough fiction, and I'm working on it, and this book is a great way to get started.
So my exit question, Vic, is Dr. Kissinger in his last book called Leaders or Leadership, I think it's
Yes.
Leadership, the last chapter says we are moving from a literate age to an age of imagery. And it's very pessimistic. People aren't going to read anymore. Are you that? I think he's right. I wish it were not so, but I think he's right. You think he's right?
Yeah, by the way, just another plug for my section. I believe Neil Ferguson reviewed that for us, that book. It's a great review.
Oh.
He is right, but you're beginning to see this change in a number of states, Hugh, where they are now doing things like banning cell phones in many states, including the great state of Virginia, altogether in schools. And there are some states that still allow it, which I can't believe. Schools, educators, and students themselves are learning the hard way that this is really detracting from their social interactions and from their learning. So if they can ban the cell phones in the classroom, which they have to put in these special pouches or they have to hand it when they walk into the school, that's a start. And maybe we can, turn things back to the way they once were, and they'll be reading Waverly, including you and me.
Victorino Matus, thank you. Follow Victorino Matus, the weekend arts and culture editor at the Washington Free Beacon, as well as co-host of the Getting Hammered podcast, at Victorino Matus on